It's always don't judge women until the anti-suffragettes protested against the suffragette movement, until they gave very valid and well thought out reasoning to why they actually didn't want the vote.
I'm not against freedom of religion. I'm just saying being Amish looks better than being Muslim.
The text on this screen says everyone has Israel derangement syndrome.
But as far as them killing terrorists, I'm all for it.
I think some people just want to be mad.
Yeah. You know what, Mason? That's true.
They just want to be pissed.
Hey, everybody. This is Jake from Jake and Off, and this is part 2 of White Women, Fascism's Greatest Weapon, with my guest, Mason Benoit. We had to split this into 2 episodes because we just were having so much fun, and white women are such a heavy subject. You ladies don't know when to stop. You cracker ass women, you quacker ass white ladies.
Just can't get enough.
Can't get enough of you. So Mason, you're a guest who is having a rare 2-part episode. This is fantastic, and so we're going to pick up right where we left off last week, folks, with of course, white women, fascism's greatest weapon. I hope you enjoy another episode with my guest, Mason Benoit. This is somebody that I came across my Instagram feed. Her name is Taylor Fogarty. And so she's got 22,600 followers. Normally I don't include the people who follow the person, but this person is somebody that we've talked about on this podcast. It's Zach Heater. Who is like this guy who's another conservative influencer that will like just make the dumbest arguments of all time. He's a complete dumbass.
Wouldn't it be so funny if they had an OnlyFans link?
We've probably had people on here who have had OnlyFans links, if I had to guess.
But it's like God, debate, truth, OnlyFans.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Maybe that would that would be kind of crazy. Yeah. She's former liberal turned sane though, so that might be in her past life. Maybe that's what she left behind.
The link got changed.
I don't think so though. At least not from the videos that I watched from Taylor, which I pulled a few. She's only following 180 people. She get a crazy ratio, dude.
Oh, my God.
Wild. So we're definitely punching up here by the Jake and Off metrics.
No.
Yeah. Oh, we are. Because this first video is kind of an interesting one. She's definitely...
Oh, these are my favorites where they're just clearly alone in a room.
Yep. Cross necklace...
Yeah.
Bangs and,
What's she got on the wall back there?
Tough to tell.
It looks like it's a poster of like a Canon camera or like a with some trinkets and stuff on it. That's the only thing I can
maybe we'll get a different view of it.
Artsy.
Yeah. Just some bullshit, honestly. It's
I'm just a girl's girl.
Yeah. She's just an undescript. Everything is white in the entire, with the exception of the photos in the background, the bed, white, her clothes, white, her skin, obviously white, as has been with all of these ladies. Go ahead, Brett.
There's such a fundamental contradiction in leftist/atheist understanding of justice. They'll get very upset at this sort of idea they have of Christian forgiveness. They'll get very upset and say, oh, well, if someone assaults someone or someone rapes someone and they just believe in God, they're forgiven, which is an obviously erroneous way to think about forgiveness and repentance through the Christian lens. They obviously just don't understand that. But they'll be sort of up in arms about this idea of there's no justice, there's no judgment. And then in the same breath, they'll call for the abolition of prisons. So, okay, they're not really interested in punishment or this idea of, corporal punishment, but they may cite something like, oh, well, we want rehabilitation. We want to, help this person get on the right track. And then in the same breath, they will scoff at the idea that someone can be reborn as a Christian, that someone who is a sinner can, in the correct way, turn their life towards Christ and receive the grace of God. So a big contradiction going on.
So first and foremost, she conflated being leftist with being atheist, which is sort of hilarious because there's a lot of like atheists who are conservative.
Yeah.
For one thing. And there's also a lot of leftists who are Christian, for another. I'm not Christian, to be clear. But all that to say, it doesn't feel like a huge contradiction to me to be like against corporal punishment in prisons, and to also be like, what about this whole like Christian forgiveness thing?
Yeah, I don't know if they're exactly
I
the.
mean? Like,
I don't even know if they're on the.
Feel
Yeah.
like too misaligned. Actually,
I feel like they might be two completely different things.
yeah.
Eternal damnation and going to prison.
Well, and like not to mention like the idea of the prison system in America, and you know, the sort of existence of it as like a continuation of like pretty much just slavery, really.
Yeah.
Is like what it is. It's crazy. Like they pretty much put people in prison and then use them as free labor. And it's super fucked up. Like it's a for-profit prison system. It's not actually meant to do, you know, anything close to like rehabilitate anybody.
No.
And so this idea that it's you know, it's just like sort of like a weird hyper capitalist, like, you know, we're talking about like cyberpunk earlier or whatever, but it's like, it's fucked up. It's like weird. It's like, you know, why would you want that? I don't understand how you could be like a Christian person, but also still defend something like that.
And I think
I find that to be hypocritical.
It also just goes to show how she literally doesn't understand one side. Like, if you go in a prison, I mean, I literally used to be a CO for like 2.5 years. And dude, if you go into prison, you immediately know this is not a rehabilitation. This is clearly just a giant shit box.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a good place.
Dude, I didn't know that. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
So you have some personal insight.
Yeah,
into this.
it's not. I used to say that all the time. I said,
Am I off base about
No,
this?
like
it's bad. It's a bad environment for people to
and what's
be
so
in.
funny is they have like programs, right, for you to
Yeah.
go to. But
Yeah.
you're going to a program in like it's like if you were going to school in the most worst, you're not going to.
There's a thing called recidivism.
Yeah.
Like the idea of recidivism, right, is like how likely are you to go back to prison like when you like leave, right? And like what that reflects is like how successful the idea behind prison being rehabilitative is, right?
Yeah.
So like if it rehabilitated you, then like you would ideally you would see a low rate of recidivism. You wouldn't see people going back to prison very often. We have like very high rates of recidivism here in the United States of America, and especially like because we have for-profit prisons, there's no incentive to not want people to go back to prison. So why would they make it that way? Because they actually make money from having more people in prison. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know.
Yeah, they're not. They're
not good.
Yeah, they're not pushing people out.
Yes.
They're definitely 100% want you to stay in.
Yeah.
Because if you stay in, then they can get bigger budgets and like, how many beds? We don't have enough beds. You know?
Yeah. We need to add more to our prison.
Yeah.
Crazy. Not cool. So anyways, this lady is talking out of her ass.
Yeah.
Let's
Most
watch
100%.
Let's watch another video. This one, she has a knitted American flag.
Once again, clearly a very nice vehicle.
Yeah, it's got a huge sunroof, dude.
Yeah.
This one made me laugh really hard. I actually, I remember this one specifically because the thing that she's upset about is really hilarious.
Can someone explain to me the benefit of normalizing women's degenerate habits? I'm specifically talking about women's private degenerate habits. I go into like a Target and I see a whole bookshelf dedicated to like the most like explicit
Dude,
books.
pause it.
Just
She's upset that ladies are jerking off to books, dude. This is the lamest shit. Honestly, man, I like, dude, why are we shaming people? We should not be shaming people for reading anything in 2026.
Yeah.
For real, dude. Like, fucking so many people, it's like, what was the last book you read? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so many people that are like, oh, you're reading a book about two hockey players having sex. It's like, oh, yeah, dude, what, you watched the new Spider-Man movie? You fucking drooling dipshit. You know what I mean? Like, all these people that shame you for, let these ladies jerk it, dude. You know what I mean? It's fine. They're reading. It's fine. It's good. Let them read. Anyways.
I think there's a lot
Fucking
worse.
lame.
I think there's a lot worse you
Of
could be
course.
doing than reading Grey's or 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, dude. It's like, oh, look, there's two hockey players kissing. Why are they selling this book? It's like because people like it. Actually, it turns out that just people want to read this.
Yeah.
You know, and this is, God, dude, it's just so reactionary.
Yeah, you just got off of Katie Miller's podcast.
Yeah.
You need to go home. You need to unwind. Samantha's outside shooting. You're just like, I need some sort of reprieve.
She was listening to Katie Miller's podcast on the way to Target.
Yeah. And got in a scenario.
She got into a scenario. She was like, brushed shoulders with a lady who had one of these books in her hand, and she was like, "What are you reading?" She was like, "Oh, it's The Long Game," and she was like, "Get on the ground right now! Put the book on the ground!"
Back up.
It's just such a weird. It's like, dude, come on! You're getting mad at these ladies for fucking reading a book you don't like, dude. Like, and it's just so crazy to me that this is, this lady has 22,000 followers. Pull it back, Brett. Keep playing it.
Can you? Do you know how many views these get?
They get like thousands of views. Regularly, like tens of thousands, few thousand views. She's doing better than jaking off, guys. We gotta flip the script on these people. Come on.
I would love
Listen
to see
to how
their-
cool we are.
Yeah, dude.
We're fucking cool guys.
Yeah.
Look, sure, I'm not fucking strapping a gun to my hip. I'm not fucking going into Target and being like, tell these ladies to quit jerking off. It's not, I'm not as, I guess, rabble-rousey. I don't know. I feel like
You got to get more radical.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I talk too much sense. But we shouldn't have to be doing this. I've always said that. I shouldn't have to be talking about Katie Miller and these fucking white ladies who are going to bring this whole country down.
Yeah. Well, earlier you were talking about like people thinking you're dumb. I want people to think I'm dumb. I am dumb. So, whenever I see people like this, I go, why do you think, they're filming themselves? I'm like, why do you think you're the one to be the passing the torch? You know what I mean? She's looking into the camera and like, these ladies are reading these books. It's like, and who are you who gives a shit?
Yeah. No, it's true. See, I think that I am like, in the grand scheme of things, I think that like I'm like in the 50th percentile of people.
That's a good
I don't
place to
think
be.
that I'm like the dumbest person of all time. I'm right in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
like
good spot.
somewhere right in the middle. You know what I mean? I'm smarter than about half of the people that I know, which I think is fair. I think that that's about right. I bet that there's like so many people that are like way smarter than me, and I'm really scared of them.
Yeah, those people are.
This
freaks.
lady is stupid. I will say, like, most of the people that I like talking about on here, I think are dumber than me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
And who knows, maybe this lady, maybe she She's just in a real maybe she's in a real jam right now. You know, she's in a
Yeah.
real weird.
She might just need $7,000 a post.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That might just be a situation. You know, some of these people might just need like $7,000 every so often.
Yeah, she was.
And that could just be a thing.
She was working at the 7-Eleven.
Right.
Couldn't do it.
She was
said,
like,
I know what I'll do.
Maybe I save up some money, buy a really nice sweater with an American flag knitted on the front, and I start recording some videos in my friend's husband's car.
Yeah, in the Volvo.
Yeah, in the Volvo.
In the Volvo.
In the 3-row Volvo.
Yeah.
Go ahead, dude.
Whole bookshelf dedicated to like the most like explicit books, just graphic explicit books you could even think of, and they're all for women. Women are like the number one buyers of these, and they often dominate the lists of what women are reading. There are personal Smex toys next
won't even
to
say
the
sex.
menstrual care products just out in the open. And this is sort of seen as empowering, and all the like marketing language around the companies that make Smex toys for women are like, it's all quirky and cool and empowering. Can anyone explain to me the benefit of this in a society besides just making it more degenerate? And
Coming.
like, why don't we see this the
It's
other way?
coming.
Like, why?
Yeah, well, what's the
like,
purpose of-
how
Pause
horrified
it.
would we?
The benefit is coming super hard.
What's the what's the purpose of Welch's gummy snacks? You know, what's the purpose of fucking? What are you talking about, you fucking idiot?
Precisely, though, dude. Exactly. It's like,
What's the purpose of fucking anything? Like, it has to be practical, and if it doesn't, and we're gonna farm, and what are you?
No. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
God forbid anybody has any sort of enjoyment in their life.
Couldn't agree more.
Also, whenever
Yeah.
she was like the menstrual products, my mom would send us to get her pads, and then she'd be like, "I got that long pussy." So, what are you talking about? Okay.
Dude, it's just one of those things, man, where it's like, yeah, people exist, you know? They're
Yeah.
like human beings that want to read books
Yeah.
that have sexual themes. This is and this is like the sort of like oppression part or whatever, is like they don't even just, it's not even just like race or, you know, religion, which will eventually come up or whatever. It's like they don't want you to be able to like jerk off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, it's like you can't do anything. They want to like fucking duct tape oven mitts to your hands and have you like walk around. It's like, dude, I don't even understand like what the appeal could possibly be. And that's what is so bizarre to me about how popular some of this stuff is, dude. I can't believe that people are buying into this, but I think that speaks to sort of the desperation that a lot of people feel, and also the lack of like anywhere else to turn to. You know what I mean? Like nobody feels like they've really been given like another good option. You know, like Chuck Schumer isn't doing a good job of convincing everybody that like they got the answer. You know what I mean? And so it's like, what is the, you know, now there's just like these people. It sucks. It blows. It's really bad.
It's funny to me that like these people always like, be grateful for what you have, and then they always like, they have a fucking problem with everything, and it's like, you do realize there's people like getting blown up on
Yes.
like, you should just like live your life and
dude.
just you know get through it. And,
If you don't want an abortion, don't get one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't want to jerk off, don't do it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's fucking like I like don't understand like what their idea of like more freedom is. You know, like they always talk about like more freedom, like they're gonna have more freedom, like they want to be more free, like all this shit. And it's just
more freedom but less jacking.
Yeah. No more jerking it.
Unless you're jerking it to like a new gun or
Yeah. It's fucking bizarre, dude. Go ahead.
in a society besides just making it more degenerate? And like, why don't we see this the other way? Like, why, like, how horrified would we be if we walked into a Target and there was that sort of materials marketed to men, or the men's personal toys in the aisles? Like, we'd all be horrified, as we should be. Is this just another dumb product of feminism? I think so, but can someone explain to me any benefit this has to society?
Just convenience, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe like it just makes it easier to jerk it.
And I think most,
It makes it easier for people to jerk.
it's like, I think men don't buy, I think it's because men don't buy sex toys as much. I think that's literally
right.
like, I live by the philosophy. I don't buy them because I look at them like, it's like it's crack or something, It's like, I know how good it is. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin my life.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm one pocket pussy away from my life just being in turmoil.
That's fair enough.
You catch me in Claire's or whatever, I'm at rock bottom. Yeah, it's like, because it's not selling.
I keep seeing Mason falling. He's just passed out in front of Priscilla's, dude.
I've got, he's got 9 cock rings on. Just kidding. I can only fit like 3.
But they're super duper wide.
They're so wide.
They're huge.
Oh my God.
Like a huge girth, like just crazy girth.
Why?
That's why there's not one available in Baldur's Gate 3. It's
Yeah.
just like there's no option.
Why are they so obsessed with jerking off?
It's just because it's because I think that it's kind of complicated because I think that there is like something to this notion that like they really do believe that like porn and to a certain extent like masturbating and stuff will keep people like docile and that kind of thing. There's examples of that being put into like practice in real life. I think that Israel, when they took control of a city in Palestine, at one point was broadcasting. This was in the past, like not this, like that recently. I think maybe I want to say in like the 90s, they were broadcasting porn on television and stuff. Is like in one aspect to be like disrespectful.
Yeah.
And like bad, like people, and then like in another way to like, try to do like some sort of like, hey, maybe people
if we drain their balls,
yeah, like literally, like maybe if we like this will like keep people like, in some way like looking at their TVs or like ogling this stuff in some regard. And, I think that is like something that like just is sort of prevalent in right wing or like conservative ideology and like also like religion too. Like historically speaking, like we've talked about it on here before, like Seventh-day Adventists, like the Kellogg's guy made cereal that like he like literally invented cereal, like cold cereal, so that like people wouldn't want to jerk off and stuff. And like
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's like the whole ideology of the religion is just like no earthly pleasures is important. And so I think that that's really prevalent. And so I think that it kind of makes sense that it would just sort of be coming in and out of like political and like social consciousness. Like every so often people would be like, jerking off is this.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to quit, or we need to do it more, or we need to fucking control it, or like, because it just kind of is like a lifelong obsession and like,
Yeah, I definitely think you can get in a hole. But I think it's like alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like some of us can do it and it's not that big of a deal, and
anything can become a problem if you let it.
Yeah, I mean,
anything can become a problem if you let it.
The most basic eating. By God,
water can kill you if you drink too much of it. So let's consume another video of this lady in her car.
Let's get our minds right.
Yeah, let's get high on white lady in car videos. Let's OD.
It's always don't judge women and let women choose until women choose to just get married right out of high school and start a family. It's always don't judge women until women choose to advocate for pro-life policies or advocate for conservative social policies. It's always don't judge women until the anti-suffragettes protested against the suffragette movement, until they gave very valid and well thought out reasoning to why they actually didn't want the vote. Because when I bring up something like that, the feminists tell me, oh, well, those women are brainwashed. Those women didn't know what they wanted. And it's the same rhetoric for a woman who maybe gets married right out of high school, chooses to not go to college, chooses just to have a family. The rhetoric is, oh, well, women just, they don't know. They're brainwashed. So women can choose, and choice is empowering if it's the choice that the leftist feminists think is empowering. And they'll talk this way about women from any point in the past that's not right now. Any women that, if you say, oh, well, most women didn't work, most women stayed home and took care of their kids, they'll say, well, those women they didn't know what they wanted. They were too stupid to know that they wanted to work. They were brainwashed into thinking they wanted to take care of their children. It's like, how low do you think of women, and how high do you think of yourself?
So I'd like to just take a minute and explain why everything that she said is like just completely built on a foundation that doesn't make any logical sense at all. So she's speaking to the fact that people treat like the idea of women being able to vote as empowering women over the idea of women not wanting to be able to vote as like not empowering women, or like the dynamic of women choosing to get married right out of high school and start a family over like choosing to go to college as like being the more empowered option, right? And she's saying, why is that empowered, but it's not empowered to like choose this? The reason why that's empowered, it's not because, women, women are allowed to make the choice to get married right out of high school. Women are allowed to make the choice to not vote if they don't want to. You don't have to vote, lady. You're allowed to not. You can abstain from voting. People do it. A lot of people fucking do it. A lot of people don't vote. You don't have to vote. Just because other women are allowed to vote doesn't mean you have to. That's the fucking beauty of it. You can remove yourself from the situation. If you think women shouldn't be allowed to vote, then don't. Then don't vote. Easy, simple. Problem solved for you. You fucking remove yourself from the equation. You know what I mean? It's a simple choice. The empowerment, the reason why the other option is empowered, and the reason why that's the empowered option, is because they weren't allowed to do it before. They had to pass a law to be able to do it. They had to convince white men to like let them vote. And so it's like it's a situation where they had to like win that to be able to do it. And so the idea that like they're all like by choosing to like get married at a young age and have children and stuff is like not empowered compared to like choosing not to do that when in the past you weren't able to is like unfair. It's like, I'm sorry, but that's just like your argument is like removing all of the historical context of everything. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yeah, you're right. Women, it's fine if women want to get married right out of high school. It's statistically speaking, terrible idea. You shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's fucking not going to work out. Hey, if you're a girl in high school that's listening to this podcast, first of all, after what I say next, turn this off. Go do something different. But only after you hear me say this. Don't get married and have kids right after high school. Do something different. Don't get married. Wait until you meet somebody who's a good person and make sure they're a good person first. But don't get married and have kids right out of high school. Don't listen to this lady who's got an American flag sweater on. She's not smart, okay? Crazy, dude. It's like, yeah, you can make that decision if you want. You're allowed to. It's just like other people are allowed to do other stuff now.
And once again, like the whole thing of like, if you just get married out of high school, it's like There are so few people who can just afford to do that. Like, what
Yeah.
are you talking? Most
Dude.
people are like, I gotta.
Yeah.
Men, women. Most people are like, I have to go and like make money
Right.
because everything's so fucked up
Well,
and expensive.
My whole life has started now.
Yeah.
Immediately. I guess I can choose to take out the biggest loan I'll
Yeah.
ever receive in my
Yeah.
entire life or
Yeah.
immediately enter the workforce.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Time to dive in head
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
I am ill-equipped for this.
I love debt. I love it. Give it to me. Can I have $300,000 at 20%? Give it to me. That's the life I want to live.
Dude, speaking of debt, this next lady, I think this lady must owe a debt or something to be what she does. This is Missouri based.
I saw that. That's
so
why.
this is local. Missouri based radio show host, content creator, Christian, concerned citizen. Check out my other socials and website to learn more. 50,500 followers. 105 following. Crazy ratio, dude.
I just want to say your
Heather
number,
Overstreet.
your number reading
Crazy.
next level.
Thanks, man.
You're number literate.
Wow. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's really nice. So she's from Missouri, dude. White blonde lady. No mistake. All of these ladies are white again. Fascism's greatest weapon is the white woman.
She kind of looks like Ronda
Historically
Rousey.
speaking, very true in this country. She looks like Ronda Rousey in this for sure.
Oh, this is the data center.
Yeah, she's about to tour a data center. Is it working?
As you may know, in Missouri, we're
hold on.
dealing with
Pull it back. She is gonna tour a data center, and this is a kind of gonna be a two-parter because she tours this data center, and then she feels betrayed afterwards. She ends up feeling like she was misled after this tour. So we're gonna play this video, and then we're gonna play sort of a follow-up that she made sometime later. So Brett, go ahead with the first one.
As you may know, in Missouri, we're dealing with the controversial data centers. Well, have no fear. I am going to tour one, and I'm going to take you guys with me. I was only allowed to record so much, but I just wanted to show you guys this so at least you got a general idea. Also, I spotted something to me that was very funny. If you look right there, that is all single whites put together. If that's not the most Missouri thing y'all ever did see.
Pause.
Now, in the next clip,
I do want to note for folks that are just listening to this, a lot of it looks like it's still under construction.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge area, and a lot of it, pull it back just so people can see too, like it looks like a lot of it is still like there's a huge area that's under construction. Keep going back a little bit. Like this is still like it's covered. Like this is covered by construction. OSHA. Yeah. Like, and there's trailers and truck trailers and stuff. Like, she's calling them single wides, but like those are like construction trailers.
Yeah, it's
and
like the
stuff.
little.
And there's
temporary.
porta potties and shit outside. Like, they're still building this thing. So,
Where is this at?
this is somewhere in Missouri. That's where this lady is based out of. So I would assume
The disclosed secret
somewhere
location.
around. Yeah, I don't think that because she'll get to it, but she wasn't allowed to film a lot of this. Yeah, interesting.
I wonder why.
Yeah, what's up with that? Go ahead.
clip, I'm going to show you exactly how loud this facility is. And as you'll probably notice, the cars are actually louder than the facility itself.
Well, you're closer to the cars.
Now here's the funny bit
Pause
at
it,
the
dude.
moment.
Yeah, she's like so far away from the data center, and it's pretty fucking loud, dude.
Yeah.
And the thing is it's like it's not like that. It's like, oh, this is gonna be like fucking blowing my eardrums
Yeah.
out. It's the fact that you're gonna be living with the constant hum of a data center around you at all times. Like it's like it's not that it's like there's gonna be somebody fucking playing Metallica in your fucking like eardrums or something. It's that there's gonna be, and it sounds awful.
And
like it sounds bad in her video. I don't understand what she's.
And also, it's brand new. Just wait for a few years when shit starts breaking down.
Dude, yeah, and the fucking half of it isn't even built yet, dude. It's like not even as loud as it's gonna be. She's fucking crazy. This is nuts, bro.
I just want to show you guys what's to come.
This isn't even close to what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
My name's Heather Overstreet, and here it is, data center. Check it out. Yeah, pull it back. I want to get it. I want to get the sound one more time. This is so bad.
Now here's the funny getup they made me wear, but let's see what the data center sounds like about 500 feet away. Well, you know, now that I've seen the data center, I think I might be able to formulate an opinion. We asked lots of questions. There was, of course, quite a few things that we were not allowed to record, which obviously I respect. Being a capitalist, I am in favor of data centers. However, my concern lies more in what type of culture are these businesses bringing to our Missouri. For example, if Google has woke ideology, are they bringing that with their data centers to
I just
want
to is that the data center we're hearing in the back?
Yes, dude. Yeah, 100%, bro.
The overlooming.
Yeah, bro. Just saying you're a capitalist with that like droning in the background is maybe one of my most favorite ironic things that we've ever clipped on this podcast, for real, dude. I mean, that is beautiful. Pull it back one more time. Let's get her one more time. This lady is but this is because there's so many just fundamental contradictions about these people, right? Like how can you really be going here and you're worried about the woke ideology while they're literally, you're like, yeah, this like isn't even that bad, and you're fucking walking, you like see the massive construction site. They're not even done with it. It's nuts. Go ahead.
What type of culture are these businesses bringing to our Missouri? For example, if Google has woke ideology, are they bringing that with their data centers to this state? So here's my biggest question for the conservatives and the Republicans. You claim to be a capitalist until it is something that you deem inconvenient or something that you simply do not like. I would challenge you to consider the facts and objectively look at the situation.
Dude. Yeah.
Man, it sounds like she's in between a real rock and a hard place. She's really fighting her two. There's two demons on her shoulder.
Pull up the next one, because this is this is a little while later. She posted a video that is like her being upset about a guy at the data center lying to her. So apparently like maybe the guy who gave her the tour of the data center lied to her, or perhaps the guy who like was doing a presentation at the data center when they went there lied to her. Go ahead, Brett, and play this.
He literally put it in the seminar, and then I called him out and he said no, and then I Googled it and I was right. So they did this little seminar before we did the actual tour of the facility, which, by the way, I still am in support of data centers. Sorry if you're watching this video and you had your hopes up, but what I do have a problem with is being lied to. Now, the point of the seminar was to be educational about data centers, and then they had to slip something in there, and it was basically something along the lines of, well, we try to make sure we hire women and people of color or whatever. Like, it was a full-on, like, DEI comment. And so they said, all right, any more questions? And I was like, yeah, actually, I have something to say. And I said, listen, like, I don't have an issue with data centers, but I do have an issue with woke culture and woke ideology and woke politics being brought into our state of Missouri. I said, we don't want that. We are a merit-based country, and I need to point that out to you. It's not that I have an issue with your capitalism, your business. I have an issue with that ideology. And he's like, Okay. Mind you, after the seminar, the people that were in it with me came up to me and they were like, I'm so glad you said that. I can't say it because I'm a man or whatever. I was like, no problem, I got you. But you know who else came up to me was like the different Google employees to like have this conversation with me. And they were respectful and I'm down to have a conversation, but quit lying. Quit lying. I'm about to find your email. Oh, it's not DEI. Really? Really? I just looked it up and it is, and they just call it a different name. Stop playing. I'm still kind of fired up. This was months ago. By the way, the reason I can make these videos is because I have incredible sponsors. So if you're in the market for protein and or supplements, please check out Sarco Strong. They are patriotic and Missouri-based, just like I am. Find them on Facebook.
I think
Even if
I believe I have that pulled up here.
By the way, all of this is possible because I drink Sarco Strong juice.
SarcoStrong.com. Yeah, it is whey protein.
I knew
That's
it.
right. Yeah,
it's always a juice.
Creatine monohydrate.
It's always
whey
a juice.
protein isolate. Yep.
Always a fucking juice.
Strong Life starts now. Targeted nutritional support designed to help you maintain muscle strength. Muscle strength. Yeah, this lady literally is like, yeah, no, build the data center. I mean, who cares about the water? Just fucking don't hire black people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, and
it's fucking insane, dude. There's like 8 people that work at these things. You know,
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
Well, it's funny to be like, you know, the tech industry has always kind of been at like the head of that, you know, equality and stuff. And then you're like, what are they? Like 5 years ago, you hated Google. Now you're over here like, we love them. It's still the same company.
Dude, it's bizarre, man. It's like, these people are like constantly having to like lie to themselves.
Yeah.
And then make up like a new narrative to like fit some new piece of information that has like come into their like world of knowledge that, you know, obviously conflicts with some other lie that they've told themselves, because it's just like a web of sort of weird like lies and you know, misunderstandings of how shit works, and like, and so it seems stressful to be a conservative person in general, but like especially like one of these ladies, because like it's like, you know, I can't imagine how this really like fits in with your lived experience all the time, like, because I bet people treat you like shit. I bet people occasionally treat you like shit.
And how it's got to be, you know, I mean, like, it's got to be tough because, you know, like, the data centers weren't in the Bible. And, you know, it's like,
where do you turn to? What does Isaiah say about that? I don't know. I mean, he's not like, the hum is good. And the Lord said, let there be hum. We got one more from this lady, and this one is, you guessed it, about Muslims. Hey, would you bet she doesn't got a problem with them at all?
Yeah. And I love that we can see the sliding barn door in the back. They love a slide. These ladies love a sliding barn door.
Yep. I don't want to say that it's like has something to do with like, you know, some sort of like farm animal.
Yeah.
But we've played some videos on here before. It'll pop up. It'll pop up. We played some videos on here with Alec. Anyways.
I'm not against freedom of religion. I'm just saying being Amish looks better than being Muslim. Like, what woman who has a choice and a brain would choose to be Muslim? And you want to talk about Ilhan Omar. She's from Somalia, and those people don't even know how to use an escalator. Like, I don't want to be told what to do by some guy that says that I'm his property. Like, that's what you people think Christians are like. People say, oh, Christians, like, dishwasher. Duh. You guys got it mixed up.
I'm going to be totally honest with you, dude. Until she, like, brought it up in this context, I had never thought about it before, but being Amish and being Muslim does, like, you know, like a devout Muslim person doesn't seem all that different. But being Muslim seems way better. It's not like that, like they fucking like Amish people gotta use like horse and buggies.
Bro,
and
Amish
stuff.
is nuts.
Yeah, like Muslim people drive cars and
Yeah.
like you know,
Amish
they go to
is
school
tough.
and like
We need to. We have a
it's
new
just
enemy.
sort of like a crazy comparison. And I'm not even trying to like shit on Amish people or something because. Yeah, do what you want to do or whatever.
But-
like I just mean like I would like if you're trying to make the comparison, I'm saying you did not sell it, sis.
Yeah.
Like that was not a good you did not really make a very good point to your argument because I would say like in my mind, like Amish worse, actually.
Yeah,
Personally.
Amish probably is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I mean, if we're speaking just for like women, like, I mean, do you get the Rumspringa,
that's it.
right? That's your only chance,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of pressure to return from that. I would imagine.
Can you imagine no AC?
No,
That would take me right
no,
there.
Yeah,
I'd die in my
I'd be
sleep.
done. I'd be done having to raise a barn.
Oh my god! You ever seen that video of
Forget
like
about
they
it,
all
dude.
gather around the barn and they pick it up and carry it?
Dude. No, I can't. They'd all know that I was like phoning it in. They'd be like, "That corner's dipping."
Yeah,
I'd be like, I don't know why. I'm trying my best.
your corner's dragging. Your corner.
Yeah, Muslim all the way.
Are you dragging or are you lifting?
Yeah, dude.
Little Whiplash reference there.
I've never seen Whiplash. Sorry, bud.
Oof. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
those movies disgust me. Read a book, even if it's hockey players making out. Jerk off. Jerk off to a book. Quit jerking off to movies about playing drums.
Get your mind game up.
No, I'm just
Get
joking.
the mental.
I'm just joking. I have become a bit of a movie buff. I mean, I did have to make a Letterboxd account to give Marty Supreme a bad rating. So
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
I didn't see. Oh,
bad.
I didn't see it.
Trash movie. Dog shit.
Really?
Way too long. Why is this guy falling through the ceiling? Why do we got this dog plot line?
I didn't see it. I
Yeah.
just thought a movie about ping pong.
But dude, I'll save you the trouble. Just watch Balls of Fury.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just watch Balls of Fury. Just watch. Hey, if you're ever thinking maybe I should watch Marty Supreme, instead go ahead and do yourself a favor. Just watch Balls of Fury.
way better.
Yeah, way better ping pong movie. Yeah, save you an hour and a half. Anyways, let's get to this last lady. This is the biggest fascist of them all. This is American Girly. Brett, you want to pull the laptop? Oh, wait. Yeah, you got to make it. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. This is American Girly 420. She doesn't have the most followers. She's at 31,000. So right in the middle, 116 following. Just my opinion, American flag emoji. OC, California, which I think means Orange County, California.
Okay.
TikTok, X, YouTube at American Girly 420. I was trying to like look up this lady's real name, just because I was curious if that information was out there. Not even that I was trying to dox her necessarily, or like come on here and be like her real name is this. But I was just curious if I could find information about who funds her, because this is clearly like some like paid content, and I think you'll see why I'm about to say that. She is probably the most extreme out of all of these people. The text on this screen says everyone has Israel derangement syndrome. And this is another lady in a car. It looks like she might have a car seat in the back seat. Which is, it's frightening that this lady has children, if I'm going to be totally honest with you.
What's crazy is she's drinking the people's coffee, Starbucks. So she's really all over the spectrum here.
Yeah, she really is. She for sure is. And you know what? I'm just going to let her tell it herself. Go ahead, Brett.
I'm going to make this very clear. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I don't care about Israel. I'm not Israeli. I don't care about what's going on in the sand wars. I don't care. I don't care. I don't think Israel should be involved in our politics. That's about it. But as far as them killing terrorists, I'm all for it. I want the terrorists gone. So whoever's killing terrorists, I will be okay with that. Other than that, I don't give a flying fuck. The fact that every time someone says anything anti-Muslim, they automatically think that you're a fucking Mossad agent. You guys are fucking weird. Just saw a picture of an influencer at the soccer game, the World Cup, when it was going on, and she's wearing blue and yellow, and someone said, "Oh my god, you're wearing Israel's colors?" Okay. I'm actually gonna punch you guys in the fucking face. Sorry, guys! Not all of your problems are because of Israel! Sorry! You're a piece of shit just because you're a piece of shit. It's not because of Israel. Sorry, Hassan Piker!
Crazy
Well,
rant.
I stopped paying attention to her just on the fact that she's annoying.
Yeah. This lady, so she doesn't have the biggest following of everybody, but her videos get the most views.
Yeah.
Like these will get like tens of thousands because she makes some of the most divisive content. I think she's probably been doing it less time than all of these other people. But because she's so like, and we'll play a couple more clips from her. She's so like in your face, but this is like so, obviously like, it's like she's literally being like, I don't care that Israel is doing a genocide.
Yeah.
More or less is a wild position to take. Like, I mean, just from like a humanity standpoint, that's pretty abhorrent, but even if you want to boil it down to like, you care about America first, even like, why wouldn't you, like that's why Nick Fuentes is like gives a fuck about this stuff or whatever. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's like the inroad for these people, but like
to just be like fuck it all.
To just be like fuck it all, like let them do whatever they want, is wild. Especially when we're in like a war with Iran right now and stuff. So this is like some extreme shit. Like it's kind of crazy. And then this one really is bizarre. This is like I find this to be her almost making like a case for like lynching. And maybe she doesn't like realize that that's what she's doing. She might, but just like sort of like extrajudicial killings and like white ladies sort of like role in that traditionally is like pretty serious. And I don't know, she's fucking nuts, man. And I mean, yeah, go ahead.
It's kind of funny. Like it's funny how they're all like, somewhat attractive. Where's all the ugly? Let's get an ugly conservative.
Well, they're not gonna pay like, the sex appeal, I think, is part of it, right?
Oh yeah.
And this is what I think is sort of important to underline about this, right? Is like the role of white women and why they're fascism's greatest weapon, right? Is they're used to attract men. Okay, it's not about, and that's why everything that they preach is about anti-feminism and about like, none of it is about like liberating women from like actual, oppression or something like that. It's about like a return to traditional, like conservative gender roles and conservative moral values and a like, the idea of taking everything to the back to the past is like very much alive and real within this sort of movement. And I think that is like the whole reason why the idea of the episode is that these ladies are or people like this are the biggest weapon for them, is because they want men to think like, oh, this is how we like get back on top, is like a return to this sort of like stuff, because otherwise, if we had like true democracy and like equality, then like women would have a say in what they do, and they might not want to like be pregnant with my baby or whatever. Like,
that'd be the worst.
Yeah, that'd be the worst thing. Maybe they wouldn't, if they had like their choice of what to do, maybe it wouldn't be like having to be like at home cooking me dinner every night or whatever.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, that's really what it is.
I'd be hell.
Yeah, that boy would that suck. And that's like how all this shit works, kind of. It sucks. Anyways, here she is.
Are people going to start getting arrested in this country? I'm so sorry with the whole community theater committee Senate hearing. I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, my fucking ass. And this goes all the way up to the top with that dumbass Fauci, all the way down to the bottom, to all the criminals, the 2%ers that are in and out of jail. Like, I don't understand why we can't hogtie people and put them in the back of a bus. Everyone in this country has become soft, little pussies, little fairies. Can I remove that pixie dust from you? We're not at fucking Disneyland. You're not Tinkerbell. If the evil man who literally made COVID happen and had it released and is literally the perpetrator for, thousands of people dying, if he's not gonna go to jail, then what the fuck is the point of any of this? We don't start showing examples all the way up from the very top. Guess what? The Democrats are going to do it, and they're going to do it tenfold. They're going to do it 10 times harder, 10 times worse, because they know how to be a messy little bitch. And until we start matching it eye for eye, I don't know, you guys.
God, she is annoying.
She wants to hogtie people. She wants to hogtie Anthony Fauci.
Why are we?
Which, like, look, dude, I mean, I'm like not saying that the guy is above criticism or whatever, but it's like pleading the fifth. She's like, we want to enforce laws. Well, like pleading the fifth is like a law.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Yeah, it's like that's a law.
It's in there. Also, like that, they're like, when are we gonna start? When are we gonna start holding them accountable? And then you bring up the Epstein list, and they're like, whoa,
yeah, dude. She's like, it starts at the top with Anthony Fauci, and it's like, well, he's not. I mean. Yeah, I guess he's like relatively high up there, but I mean, the top I would say is it goes a little bit higher than Anthony Fauci to me, Yeah. It's just sort of a bizarre, like, weird kind of thing, dude. She is not seeing it. And yeah, she's a very strange lady. We got one more from her. And this is her argument for voter ID, and she kind of like walks herself into like a poll tax situation. This is like, it's so nuts. Like, these guys are like literally all trying to do like old-timey racism, basically. It's just, yeah, they're
car
bad.
seat's still in the back.
Car seat's still in the back, dude. Imagine being this lady's kid.
Her vehicle looks a little less, so
Less
she
nice.
might not be. The grift is still starting.
Yeah,
She probably doesn't have a good sponsor yet. That's
Yeah.
why she's really got to start screaming.
Yeah.
And
She hasn't been invited to tour any data centers.
and notice the low cut shirts.
Yeah.
Not big American flag. This
Nope.
this is the beginning.
Nope, nothing like that. Go ahead, Brett.
And I want to just say, you really think that people of different races are that fucking dumb to get an ID? Everyone says this, and I'm like, you know how racist that sounds? You saying that? You fucking dummy. It makes me so mad how fucking moronic you have to be to believe that requesting an ID to vote is racist, or requesting an ID to vote is going to disenfranchise married women. Oh, you can't get your birth certificate? Shh. You can get it online. Yeah, 2026. Oh, you can't find your marriage license? Shh. You can get it online, sweetheart. Oh, you can't drive. I live far away from a DMV. Oh, guess what? Shh. Order an Uber. I don't have the money. Shh. Oh, then guess what? You borrow it or you don't vote. Sounds like they really don't want voter.
Yeah, dude, you borrow the money or you don't vote. Huh. You gotta borrow money to get an Uber to go to the DMV or you don't vote. Is like what this lady is saying. Yeah. Like, in a roundabout way, like, if you don't have money, you don't vote. Here's the thing. I don't know if anybody listening to this has ever tried going to the fucking DMV. to like get your shit. It's not always like the easiest fucking thing. And also, she's wrong. Not everywhere you can get your fucking birth certificate online. That's not true, dude. We live in a state where you can't even get like your car title online.
Yeah.
I have to go to a different city to get my car title in Missouri or whatever the fuck. Yeah, you have to go to like Independence Courthouse, and then like a fucking. You have to go to get a fucking. You have to go to get it fucking inspected at a mechanic. You have to go get like a fucking whatever. So she's full of shit. It's like not that easy everywhere. Nobody.
Yeah.
You live in the reason why it's so easy for you is because you live in the state of California where they make it the easiest. You know, it's like you fucking idiot. And she's just making she lives in a nice place. Whoa.
Her sassiness, it's just too much.
Yeah, she's overloaded on the sass.
This has to be like her viewer base has to be like 40 and up. Old white guys.
Dude, like 60-year-old. That's the thing is a lot of their viewer base, I think, is like a handful of women, and then like most of the time it's like 70-year-old men. 100% of the time.
This is the oldest guy you've ever seen in your life.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Brett.
ID. Why? Because that would prove that the Democrats are stealing elections and they are getting illegal immigrants to vote. Wow, holy shit, and the sky's blue. Everything that we've already known. So can we just go on with the show? I'm sick of this movie. I want to move on. I'm done with this chapter.
Yeah. I have to show ID when I vote. I think like most places you have to like either like to be able to like register to vote or to like be able to like when you go and vote you have to show ID.
I think
already. Certainly here in Kansas City I have to.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote on Tuesday, and we'll be bringing my ID because I have to show it every time.
There's only a few. Yeah, I think there's only a few places where you don't have to.
Yeah, and I think in those places you have to show it when you register. So like when you register to vote, you prove that you are like a citizen that lives in the area and that kind of thing. And so it's just like, yeah, dude, like this lady's crazy.
I think even back home, you just had to have like proof of address or something.
Yeah, you show like some bills and you know, your driver's license, and they go, okay, there you go. You can vote.
I think some people just want to be mad.
Yeah. You know what, Mason? That's true.
They just want to be pissed.
Some people want to be pissed, and what happens is that these white women misdirect them at the things to be pissed at, and then they become fascist.
Yeah.
And then they end up, doing a march and running people over with their cars or fucking,
they're up
carrying
to no
around
good.
tiki torches and storming the Capitol and, talking about hog tying folks for pleading the fifth and not wanting to talk to the police or whatever. And like, saying they want to ban books and shit. And it's not good. So.
Happens to the best of us. What can I say?
Here's what I would say is that it actually doesn't happen to the best of us. The best of us, we say jerk off. Read your books and jerk off, and don't listen to them, folks. They're wrong. They're bad. Listen to me, Jake, at the Jake and Off podcast, which we have completed recording of.
By God.
By God, we did it. Can you believe that? Brett, I'm going to cut this out, but how long have we been going? Because I'm thinking maybe we should record 2 outros and another intro and split this into 2 episodes.
We don't need to do that necessarily. We've been going about 2.5 hours.
Well, yeah, then we probably do need to do that, I would say. Because then that would be 2, episodes of an hour and 15 minutes.
Something like that. I mean,
for sure. We need to do that, I think.
You make that call, buddy.
Yeah. So we're going to do we're going to record 2 outro. Well, we just can record 1 outro. And then we'll record a separate intro that I will use for the second episode. Because this will just be 2. I appreciate you taking all the time to do this.
Dude, it was my pleasure.
We just had some gnarly riffs at the beginning. And we got crazy sidetracked, but I loved it. So this was great. I'm happy. I hope you'll return sometime.
Absolutely, dude. It was fun.
I really went off on a tangent with these white ladies, but I was just like, I couldn't get them out of my head. And
Yeah.
they drive me wild. These white ladies drive me wild. That's the end of the episode. Mason, tell people where they can find you.
On Instagram, Chubbs McNasty. That's CHUBBZ. And Facebook, Mason Benoit. But by God,
Yeah.
if you go on my Facebook, you see all my white ladies I post, and
Yeah. there'll be links in the description wherever you're seeing this at. So go ahead and click them. Click them links.
I'd appreciate it.
You can follow me, Jake Redpath, on Instagram at Jake Redpath Burner account. And you can follow this podcast at j.o.pod. If you're watching this, listening to it, wherever you're doing that, like, subscribe. It's free. Free to do that. Nothing. Costs you nothing. So why wouldn't you? You're basically losing money at this point. Doesn't make any sense not to. As always, we got our producer, Brett, in the house. Brett at henchmanstudios.co. There will be links in the description. You already know. Brett, you got anything?
This isn't sanctioned or anything, but man, shout out to
Pretty decent. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Bye-bye.